by whisker, by claw, and by time. Life endures from the smallest of creatures to the unseen architects of the ecosystem. Each plays its part in a delicate and ancient balance. Yet peace is a fragile illusion. For where there is life, there are those who hunt. Every moment a struggle between survival and extinction. And now a new presence enters the wild. Come with me, Meow, Sir David Cattenborough, as we observe the ecosystems of these untamed lands. Nature at its most raw, its most inquisitive, and its most wild. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the wilds. The Windward Plains. A land shaped by restless winds and fleeting opportunity. Here, there is little shelter and even less certainty. The grasses stretch endlessly toward the horizon, bending always to forces unseen. It is a place of exposure, where survival depends not on strength alone, but awareness. To hesitate is to be seen, and to be seen is often to be hunted. Beneath the sweeping grasses, a quieter world thrives. Countless small lives move unseen, shaping the land in ways far greater than their size would suggest. They aerate the soil, disperse nutrients, and sustain the fragile web upon which all larger life depends. Among the many travelers down to these open plains are the Amstrigians, a migratory species. They arrive with the turning of the season to raise the next generation. Unlike many of their kind, Amstrigians form lifelong bonds, pairs working in quiet harmony. Together, they gather food, construct delicate nests, and tend to their young. Each sharing the burden of survival. These creatures rarely draw attention, yet without them, the plains would fall silent. Another desert resident is the track-tail lizard, a creature finely attuned to life in the desert. Their most striking feature, an unusual broad tail. With it, they are able to prop themselves upright, scanning the horizon for danger, and shield their bodies from the relentless sun. Yet, this adaptation carries an unexpected consequence. When at rest, their tails press deep into the sand, leaving behind impressions that bear a curious resemblance to the footprints of a far larger beast. Rarely alone, track-tail lizards are most often found in pairs, each keeping watch as the other drinks, feeds, or rests. In a land where vigilance is survival, even the smallest creatures understand the value of trust. Drawn by the abundance of food, herds gather in great numbers. Together, they move as one, guided by instinct and necessity. There is safety here, but it is never absolute. Each member must remain vigilant, for danger rarely announces itself. The young, the weak, even the momentarily distracted, may quickly find themselves alone. And in the plains, isolation is a death sentence. Among the vast herds that roam these plains, the male Seratinoth stands as both sentinel and shield. Towering above the dust, their great spikes serve a purpose beyond display. When the skies darken and sandstorms rage, they become living conductors, drawing lightning from the heavens themselves. In these violent exchanges, something remarkable occurs. The intense heat can fuse the very sand around them, forming glass-like structures, fulgurant among their hardened bodies. It is a dangerous adaptation, but one that speaks to their resilience in an unforgiving land. Yet, the true test of the Seratinoth comes not from the storm, but from the hunter. When a predator strikes, the male reacts without hesitation, placing himself between danger and the herd. With urgency and strength, he guides them to safety, a fleeting barrier against the ever-present threat of the wild. Where herds gather, predators are never far behind. Among the most formidable are the Doshaku, massive, relentless, and driven by something far more dangerous than hunger alone. Unlike many great hunters, these beasts do not rely on precision. They rely on force. And on each other. A loose hierarchy forms within the pack, anchored by a single alpha, larger, more experienced, and quicker to act. But this is no perfect unit. The pack does not move as one. Not truly. Each member watches, waits, ready to seize opportunity for itself. When the alpha advances, the others follow, not out of loyalty, but for the promise of meat. Together, they descend upon the herd, testing, harassing, forcing movement, They are not patient. They are not precise. They are overwhelming. And when weakness reveals itself, restraint is abandoned. The plains erupt into violence. Claws crash against bone. Jaws snap wildly. And even as prey falls, the frenzy does not end. For a kill is only the beginning. Within the pack, competition is constant. A carcass dragged to safety may still ignite conflict. Because for the Doshaguma, survival is not shared, it is taken. There is no malice here, no cruelty, only instinct, unchecked and unrelenting. And in a world where strength is everything, the Doshaguma do not hunt to live. They live to take. Yet even among hunters, there are those that stand above the rest. Ray down. A flying wyvern that reigns supreme over the Windward Plains. A creature shaped not only by the land, but by the storm itself. It appears most often during the sand tide, when the skies darken and the air hums with gathering energy. Here, Raydao reveals the full extent of its adaptation. Along its hardened carapace, fulgurite forms. A living record of countless lightning strikes, endured and harnessed. It does not merely survive the storm, it claims it. Storing, amplifying, and unleashing its immense power with lethal precision. Its presence alone alters the rhythm of the plains. birds scatter. Predators withdraw. And for a brief moment, all life heals. Even before it is seen, it is heard. The fulgurite lining its body emits a low, resonant call. A warning that carries far across the land. To the creatures of these plains, it signals one thing. The apex has arrived. Highly territorial, Grey Down tolerates no intrusion. Any who cross its path are met with an immediate and overwhelming force. It does not hunt as others do, nor does it need to. For in these lands, dominance is rarely challenged.
Not all who traverse these skies belong to them. Zeregios, a wandering threat, drawn perhaps by opportunity, or driven by forces unseen. Fiercely territorial, it tolerates no rivals. Its body is clad in blade-like scales, each one a weapon. Owned by evolution. In the air, it moves with startling speed, shifting direction in an instant. While on the ground, its footwork is no less deadly. With powerful hind legs, it strikes with precision, dispatching prey before resistance can take hold. But it is from a distance that its most insidious ability is revealed. With a sudden motion, it launches its scales outward, a volley of sharpened projectiles, capable of slicing flesh and leaving wounds that bleed relentlessly. Its arrival brings disruption. Patterns break. Movement falters. And even the most established hunters must adapt or withdraw. In the wild, balance is never fixed.
Where chaos leaves its mark, others arrive to claim what remains. The Cumetries, an opportunist, thriving not through strength but timing. By nature, it is seldom an active hunter. Instead, it patrols the aftermath of violence, scavenging the carrion left behind by larger predators. In a land where every scrap of nourishment is contested, such behavior often leads to confrontation. Smaller carnivores may attempt to defend their claim, but the Cumetris possesses its own formidable deterrent. Its disproportionately long tail serves as more than a weapon. Along the ground, it spreads a highly flammable substance, one that vaporizes rapidly beneath the desert heat. And with a sudden drag of its tail, the air itself ignites. Flame races across the earth in an instant, driving rivals away and securing the spoils for itself alone. It watches, it waits, and when the moment presents itself, it takes what it can. In a land where nothing is wasted, even remnants sustain life. Not all dangers are seen. Beneath the shifting earth, something stirs. The Balahara. A desert-dwelling leviathan. Shaped by the unforgiving nature of the plains themselves. its body rests a hardened carapace, forged from fulgurite, created by countless lightning strikes. A living armor, born from storm and sand. Yet, it is not strength alone that makes this creature so feared. With a flexible skeleton and a serpentine body built for burrowing, the Balahara moves unseen beneath the earth. As it tunnels, the ground begins to shift, softening into deadly quicksand traps designed to drag unwary prey below the surface. It does not chase, nor does it warn. It waits. Even its own biology is adapted to life beneath the sands. Within its cavernous mouth lie multiple eye-like sensory glands, allowing it to navigate the darkness below. The mucus it secretes contains luminous bacteria, casting a faint glow through dust and storm alike. An eerie light, glimpsed only moments before the strike. And when the ground itself betrays you, escape is often impossible. And then, as quickly as it began, the plains fall silent once more. The wind returns, sweeping across the land. As though nothing had occurred. Yet the cost remains. For every life that endures, another has been lost. And still, the cycle continues. Unbroken, uncaring, eternal. As the light fades across these untamed lands, the wilds endure. Here, every creature plays its part, from the smallest lives hidden beneath the earth to the great predators that shape the land itself. Some will live to see another dawn, others will not. Such is the balance.